Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Europa Universalis IV with the newest DLC, Europa Britannia, on very hard. Welcome to our Dutch campaign. I am very sorry that there was such a long pause since the last episode, I think almost 3 weeks. I apologize for that. I had tried to really bring out those EU4 Academy videos, which took a lot of work. Now they're out. I'm actually gonna change the priorities that I have. I put the tutorials first and then the Let's Play content second, but that really isn't working out and it makes me really sad if I don't see any episodes up on the channel, and I will change that, so Let's Plays will come first from now on, and the tutorials will kind of take a step back, so they basically get done when they get done. I'll try to aim for maybe 1 or 2 per month, but not more than that, because otherwise I won't be able to get all the Let's Play stuff out. And that is what the channel is really all about, doing the Let's Plays, not the tutorials. Right, so we've been here. I've been thinking about going to war against Nkor. One thing that I did in between episodes is make a bunch of these territories into states. We had a crap ton of them. And yeah, it's done now. We will need a lot of admin power to core them all. But we should also see a significant boost in our manpower. And we should also see a significant boost to our income once all of that stuff is cored. It will not cause us any overextension. I've also gone ahead and actually accepted Filipino culture, because we can actually get a lot of land and a lot of places in here with perfectly good accepted culture. I've made all this proper states. They're no longer territories, so that should all be good. Considering we want to attack Nkor, I thought about we could actually do something really funny and make Jerusalem actually conquer the Holy Land. So, I mean, I already have that march, so why not just use them to break down the Ottomans? Conquer all this area and give Jerusalem all of Arabia or something. Make them a really, really strong march, because we're strong enough to keep someone like that down. Alright, so we'll move on. Been informed that a diplomat. Okay, spy network, that is fine. We're actually moving really fast. That's alright. And we have an invalid letter of marque. Privateering is always a difficult diplomatic issue, especially when no open war is conducted, and the distinction between an enemy who must be subject to certain rules of war and a lawless pirate is not always clear-cut. Even less so in the case of a recently captured vassal, which has displayed a letter of marque issued by a colonial governor with dubious authority. While this supposed privateer looks like a simple pirate to us, accepting the letter as valid may allow us to maintain better diplomacy with its masters. So, Hispaniola. I'm not gonna lose prestige just to stay on the good side of Hispaniola. Screw him. Yeah, so we would need at least 1 additional unit of troops, which I should actually be able to buy now. Can I build a standard army here? Yeah, I can. So we'll do that. We'll have them merge up in Kilwa, I guess. If I want to fight Nkor and Moravi together, and Moravi has those revolutionaries, then we kind of need to have a second army down here at the very least. One other thing, we gotta switch our national focus back up here, and I kind of want to kill all the policies that take admin power. Discipline plus 5%, it's nice, I guess. But yeah, I really want to just core all the stuffs. That is kind of important for me now. The other two are fine. Maybe we can add something, yeah, maybe this diplo rep thing, because we already have another uppity subject. Could also go for this, get more trade power. It's probably going to help us. National tax modifier is nice. Plus the monthly autonomy change is probably going to help us a lot. I'm getting really good amounts of stuffs here. Really good monarch point income. Yeah, getting better diplo rep is probably good. We'll do that. It's kind of annoying when I always have to micromanage these subjects, but whatever. We're building back a war fleet up home. I have a crap ton of troops in here because I'm expecting to go to war against France very soon. We have a treasure fleet. Very nice. That's really good. You can't really overestimate the importance of having those treasure fleets coming in pretty regularly. That's a crazy amount of money that we've gained from that over the course of the game. I really like that. So yeah, building up the war fleet. Converted the heretics of Kagan. That is fine. Who are we going to convert next? Yeah, all these. It's alright. Okay, we have nothing activated for now. What do we want? Oh, we're making a bunch more money. Should be the states mainly. Like, give us more taxation. Do we want stability? Reduce the national unrest. Do we even have national unrest? Is that a problem? No. I mean, we have some from overextension, but we're still at -3. That's a fun thing about republics. They tend to be very stable because, I mean, the main thing, like, republics are not the best, as are democracies in general for like an efficient government, because you lose a lot in terms of just friction by giving power to other parties and different lobby groups and all that kind of stuff. So dictatorships or like monarchies, like where one person rules, are actually very efficient, but you don't really have any social peace. The worst time in a monarchy is the interregnum, when one monarch is dead and another monarch hasn't really been properly established. Things turn to shit pretty quickly, and people fight against each other, all that kind of stuff, which is really not what you want for like a stable country. So in the end, it turns out that democracies are actually really, really good for that, because you can just have power safely pass through a process that everyone trusts from one hand to another. The introduction of modern industrial machinery such as coke, steam-powered railways and pumps have contributed greatly to the growth of the local economy in Luxembourg. The local metalworks are now among the finer in the region. That is the dawn of a new great era. Very good. Producing more goods, we gain 4 base production. Frickin' hell. We lose 1 manpower in Sadras. I mean, okay, where's Sadras? Okay, so I guess we got a bunch of Indian workers. I mean, sure, well, that's alright. I mean, as it's still a net gain, like losing 2 points, gaining 4 points. Effectively gives us 2 development, and this isn't even a... Is that a core province? No, it's a territory, so that's fine. Okay. Malwa has forced Transoxania to break their alliance with Afghanistan. Sure. We finished coring Tondo. Looking good there. Just try to make as many of these into a core as possible. I thought it would just be super boring to see me make like... I think we had like 19 states or something, so I made another 19. And that took a while because I had to go through all of them and decide who brought the most money in, look at the cultures, all that kind of stuff. You get the gist of what I did. Okay, this army is shaping up nicely. Can feel the war coming on. I'm looking forward to it. Well, yeah, I mean, going after the Ottomans and then installing Jerusalem in here, it would just be hilarious. The question is if we can do it, if like the coring range is enough. And for that, we might just attack the Mamluks, actually, with the imperialism. They are guaranteed by Ethiopia, but I mean, who really cares about that? Not I. Why is it paused? Did I pause it? That should not happen. Okay, we're at 18, so... The nice thing about the change from territories to like proper cores is also that it takes no coring time whatsoever, so you can just do it whenever you have the points. How are we doing with advisors? Yeah, we have 3 level 5 advisors. I guess that's the main reason why points are coming in so quickly. That's good. Malwa is attacking Afghanistan. Oh yeah, I mean, Afghanistan is tiny at this point. It's really interesting to see that like those strong Indian players in this game. Really has prevented the European guys from getting any significant foothold in here. And the Ottomans are attacking the Mamluks. Okay, I guess that is no longer gonna be a thing. I guess it was too late there. It happens. That's fine. Ah. That is alright. I mean, we have to go to war against the Ottomans at some point in any case. Like, they need to be taken down, because otherwise they're gonna overtake us in the Great Power ranking. At some point, I guess. And I don't want that. Yay, another 100 ducats. Denmark is fighting with France. Our truce with France ends in 58, so that is gonna happen. And then we're gonna move against them and try to get Bohemia out from under them. Bohemia likes us currently. Malwa have sown discontent among our population. Still not sure that like the spy system in EU4 is entirely to my liking, because it's just way too easy. The problem is that you need to like dedicate one spy to each country that is spying against you. one diplomat, and you just don't have that amount of diplomats. Whereas, like, I'm a filthy rich country, so I would be able to just buy people. What? And the Ottomans have sabotaged our diplomatic reputation. Come on, just go away. As I was saying, it's just too easy to do that to other countries, where it's really hard to counter-spy. And it's actually, I think it's more difficult to actually successfully spy on someone than it is to just go for counter-spy programs. Like, if there was just one diplomat that I could dedicate to just counter-espionage, but not against a specific country, but against all countries, could be less effective. That would be fine, but... Okay, we have... Oh, yeah. You can deal with that, right? French-Canadian separatists. Do I need to do anything here? I mean, couldn't you help them out? Just say, New Holland, you have an army over here. Do I really have to? No, they have another 13k over there. They'll be able to... Right? Yeah. No, that's New Limburg. That's New Luxembourg. Okay, maybe New Luxembourg isn't strong enough to deal with that. That's freaking annoying. I guess I'll move an army over. We have like an 80 transport fleet over here, right? Yeah, so it doesn't have to be a full 80. I think we'll just use one stack. That should be fine. I don't want these places to split and go to the French. That's not gonna happen. I'm so happy that we actually got the French out of North America. They just gotta go away. Let's go for more. Coring all the things. It's fun. Should probably just sort them by cost. I think that's what we'll do. So, cheapest from the top. That's how we'll do it from now on. Doesn't really matter in which order we do it. Okay, let's repay a bunch of loan. We used to have like 13,600. Where are we now? 8,500. You see that money is pouring in. 280 now. Awfully nice. We might have lost a merchant though, because I actually made a bunch of these places states. So our trade area in the Ivory Channel might not be strong enough anymore. Nah. Let's see. We can actually see that in the subjects tab. Yeah. West African Charter. It's not strong enough to... We must have at least 51% in the region. Yeah, we could probably achieve that though. Just by going for protect trade here. This is all Ivory Coast, right? So all these places could basically go protect trade. And give ourselves maybe a bit of an edge. Protect trade. Oh, that is not... That is territory. Oh man, that is just bad. Making that into a state is just a bad idea. Gulf of Guinea. Will cost us 0.18. Will increase our income by 0? Why is that? Oh, because it all belongs to the trade company. Yeah, I mean, sure. Sure. Can't do anything over here. That's already happening. This is a state, so we can actually go and protect the trade over here. That should switch our trade power in there to above 50%. I'm pretty confident that that should happen, like right with this tick. Yeah, just give us 1%. I might have to dedicate a fleet down here to get that additional merchant. So do we have the troops on board? We do. I think these guys still haven't solved their problem. Nope. Not in the slightest. Okay, we'll come over here. We'll deal with the rebel problem. I mean, they're bringing troops. They're hiring troops. They could probably take care of it, but I mean, I'm a benevolent overlord, and I'll do it for them. Just nice that way. Okay, we're done improving with Persia. We could definitely dedicate like 1 or 2 of our guys for subject countries. Dedicate 1 to allies. I think that's fine. Where's my fleet at? Okay, so prolonged peacetime and changes in the economy has led to many of our salaried soldiers no longer considering the pensions we pay them sufficient. An increasing number of them have turned to their daily work such as shopkeeping or craftsmanship, earning a better living in their city homes. While this can stimulate the local economy, it does mean that these troopers are no longer maintaining or practicing with the equipment we've provided them. In order to stop this trend, we would have to increase their pay substantially. Yeah, that sucks. In West Java, we've not recruited any troops from there. Am I gonna pay like 5,600 ducats though? It's kind of outrageous. That must be like, what, 24 times our monthly income or something like that? How is our army professionalism? Yeah, I actually don't want to sacrifice anymore. It's a really good secondary manpower pool, so I'll pay the money. We're filthy rich. The money will come in. Don't worry. So we'll call as much as we can. We took a bunch of loan, because thanks. Random event generator. Sure, whatever. We have an election, so we can have a 4-4-4 or 4-6-1. Hey, take the balance guy. All I'm really after is admin. Hello. Tariffs on fur. Yeah, we'll tax New Holland further. Everything that brings us money is good. And our guy's a zealot. I take it, I guess. So these conversions should be... Yeah, we shaved off a month of most of these, I guess. It's alright. Still out of fervor points. Why is that a problem? Fervor and focus on trade. Clergy's still mad. Yeah, I need to dole out all the land again. Which is annoying. I'm really glad that this is going away with like the next patch. Okay, we'll just assign our leader. So we'll give our military ruler command. Yeah, whatever. So he can actually see some action. That's fine. Go on, kick the butts. I know you can do it. Oh yeah, I can see that our maximum manpower already went up by like 20k, almost. We had like 195 or something. 191. Just from making those into proper states. No, our golden era is gone. Well, it was good while it lasted. It was definitely good. Like, having golden era helped us out massively, and it kind of does fit, because this is the historically the golden era of the Dutch. Okay, we can invest in another military tech. I mean, other people have already taken it. It's not going to help our innovativeness much, I guess. So we'll do that. We have a superior unit type now. What is it? Impulse infantry. Okay, yeah. So our armies are really good. High discipline, high quality. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually take the impulse infantry, which has a couple more, has one more pip in offensive fire. Like, our guys are already doing an additional, what, 10% or so in fire damage. And boosting that even further by giving them an additional offensive pip is gonna hurt our enemies a lot. Like, they're gonna be slaughtered with this. So we'll go impulse infantry. Still have some calls that need to be made. This looks like more of a consolidation episode than a really war-heavy episode. But, I mean, you need those as well. From time to time, building up our war fleet, getting our stuff called. It's all good. There's still a couple of expensive cores that we have to create. That's fine. We have no overextension at this point. Merchants call for a trade war. No, go away. We're not going to go for a trade war. So building ships. I'm only going to merge these once we're actually done. What kind of fleets do we have? We have the Dutch war fleet, which is lying in the east. Okay. Just chilling out over here. I would like to take Brunei over. Like, the two big war goals, or three war goals that we have are Pasai. But that requires a war against the Ottomans. And Bengal. It's not my favorite option, really, because it is gonna suck big time. it's really gonna suck big time, you know, because they also have a strong fleet. And fighting the Ottomans at the same time is bad. It's really bad. I think we might actually have to like go for the primary strike against the Ottomans, because that'll allow us to pull in the Commonwealth and Persia. I hope. How many favors do we have with Persia? 4. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. We need more. We need more. I want condottieri. No, only Ming wants condottieri. And we have province that is self-sustaining. Guess we'll just move out in that direction. Should have a colonist back. Oh yeah, but these places are not fully colonized. Can go for that. We're almost done. Like colonizing. This is wasteland. So that's only that province over here. That's wasteland. We can't really go for these because Ethiopia is blocking us, sadly. How best to build some fortresses here? I think this would be a good place for a fortress, honestly. What? It's highlands. Why don't I at least get 1 building slot, though? Thought you were guaranteed at least 1 building slot. Yeah, okay. It happened. Loangwa is self-sustaining, which means we basically can commit another colonist down here. Very good. Almost done. Almost done colonizing Africa. I think there's nothing else to colonize in the world after this. Like Australia has been done, Micronesia and Oceania has been done. Pretty much the age of colonization is over, which is fine. I mean, that kind of just gives us more money to work with. We definitely got the biggest chunk in the world in terms of colonization efforts and stuff. I mean, you still have some areas that are under control of like Great Britain and Spain, but considering what they normally get, like Spain gets definitely Mesoamerica, but almost always also gets a big chunk of South America together with Portugal, and that really didn't happen, so that's good. War against Portugal still looks mighty enticing. They have particularists, so they're also very weak. They're really weak. Let's call more places. Still making a decent amount of money. I really was hoping that we might be able to jump over that 50%. With 49%, there's nothing more annoying than just not getting it. But oh well. We'll pull our troops back home. You guys did your duty. And you even did it well, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Yeah, we'll bring them into... Oh, we'll bring them into Amsterdam. That's fine. How is the navy building coming along? Okay, most of these places are almost finished. How many heavies do we have right now? I think we need a crap ton of heavies. We have 123 units. Oh, finally we also have enough sailors. Like, we're gaining a very comfortable amount. That's probably also down to me creating a bunch more states now. With a max of 80,000 sailors. That is more than enough. It's the only game that I've ever run into problems with having sailors, because it's just a rather small country. Looking good. Only 2 more years until we can go to war against Spain. And once we... against France. Once we've done that and, like, pulled Bohemia out of this, or we might consider just sending those guys out into the world. Man, we're getting there, but we're probably gonna not be ahead of time in terms of admin tech for a little while. It's not the greatest thing ever. Oh, we also have better cavalry. Okay, so... I think we'll go with Latin Chasseur, because it also has the increase in offensive fire. It's the only one that really has that. The Lancers have no offensive fire whatsoever. I think that just meshes well with what we do, because if you have a look at this, our guys do 30% more damage, but moreover, we also do, where is it, over here, platoon fire. We do plus 10% land fire damage. If you add that up with the offensive pips, that is, we're going to destroy people in the fire phase. And since that's the first phase in every battle, you can basically assure that the enemy takes super heavy losses. Okay, converted the place. That's good. Having 2 missionaries here is definitely incredibly useful. I think we dropped an income because we couldn't hold the fervor. I'm gonna activate the trade fervor again. Every month we don't have that. Yeah, we still have too many military leaders. Really? Really don't need that guy. He's actually not good. Well, he does have the 1 siege, but what's our army tradition? 74? Yeah, this guy is... You're very underwhelming, Hugo. You're really underwhelming. I don't think we can hold you any longer. Almost done building these ships. Really looking forward to that. I mean, some of these places could still build more, and I don't think we're done. We have 127. And the thing is, we need to beat Spain and England at the same time. So let's have a look at the navies. So, biggest navy... Just interested in the heavies. So we're at 127. Sweden has 100... Oh no. Yeah, 132 heavies. How do you finance that kind of stuff? Never thought Sweden would be that crazy of a naval power. We have Spain 157 and Great Britain 189. I mean, we at least need to have like 200 or 250 to threaten them. And then naval superiority. Like this is just too small of a stack. It's just not enough to really go after someone. I mean, we have a crazy naval force limit too, so we can just keep building, I guess. We can just keep building and building and building until we have enough. Let's have a look at where Pasai is, because they're also normally pretty up here. Yeah, right. They have 166, so they basically have more heavy ships than I. Portugal has left the coalition, and I prompted Trier to leave, because now finally they are standing alone. I guess we might actually just see the war against France. How many heavies does France have? 50. Okay, yeah, France is... France is definitely no longer naval power. You have a very sharp drop. Like, you have those 5 heavy powers, and then Ottomans, oh well, and then it really goes down. Like, these guys, they're in the also ran category. We definitely need to get up there. I mean, we were the biggest power in the world too, so we kind of owe it to ourselves to get there. Once we take down the Ottomans, make them lose a bunch of development, we're going to be pretty much unrivaled in terms of development. I think I'm going to end the episode here, though. Like, I'm not going to get into another war. We do have our army down there, though. Let's move them up to Nkor. These guys managed to fight off the revolutionaries. We have to dedicate 2 generals down here. Maybe another one over there. The thing is, this shouldn't be a long war. Like, we should be able to take them out decently fast. That's Bohemia looking. 33.9%. France is still fighting Great Britain. I really don't want to make it easier for Great Britain to fight France down. So I might actually wait until that conflict is resolved before I jump in and attack France. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna make it easier for us to take France down. But honestly, if you have a look at the total strength, like France has half our troop strength. They have no manpower, so they're in a very, very bad place. England also has no, or Great Britain also has no manpower. They are a tad stronger than Great Britain, but I don't think they can bring as much power to the continent. And then where's Sweden? Spain. Okay, also no manpower. 260,000. I think France got this, just because they have the better armies. Like the Spanish army quality is not bad. British army quality, meh. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We might see a war against France soonish. I'd rather see this resolved, and considering that none of these guys has any manpower, no one is really interested in dragging that out more than they absolutely have to lose nothing. I think that's their main priority, not losing anything. We're almost through coring all this stuff. And yeah, I definitely take the boost in manpower and the boost in sailors. Okay, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you join me for the next episode, which is going to be episode 100. And I'll try to make that like 60 minutes or something. 100 minutes might be maybe a little too long, but 60 minutes could be fine. Just sort of a special episode. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you join me next time. Bye-bye.